Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, week 13 of WBE, the Minnesota Vikavolts are taking the Bronx Beartics and coach Pokeaim MD. You guys may know him as we are doing a series together, the Cage Lock, where we get to face off in all sorts of awesome battles and cage matches throughout the Let's Play. So if you haven't checked that out, this is my plug for the cage match. We've been having a lot of fun with that. But for those who don't know, Joey is undefeated. He has 12 wins and 0 losses. He has not lost. He is the last team to be undefeated. He hasn't lost yet. It's crazy how good he's been. And our hope mid-season was, I was like, yo, Joey, let's battle undefeated together in the last week. That was the dream, and then I've lost 3 games so far, so it didn't work out too well. If you saw the last match against Wolf, or you didn't see it, you should go check that out. It's a pretty good one, man. I really felt like it was just one bad play on my part. Really kind of set me back at that one, but definitely worth the watch nevertheless. So we had pretty much what you could consider the 2 hardest opponents here at the end of the season. But the good news is these matches, for me, they don't really matter so much. Like, my spot in the playoffs is guaranteed, you know, so it doesn't really matter that much. It looks like I'm probably going to play either Vivid, Patters, maybe Duncan in the first round of the playoffs. One of those, probably the first two. One of the first 2, and I feel okay. I actually beat all 3 of them in the regular season, so I feel fine about the playoff matchup for first round, and I'll start to kind of focus on that once this game is over. But ultimately, I had a couple ways to approach this battle, and I'll tell you guys about that in a second. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. You can check out the team builder in the description below where I go pretty in depth. But basically, the way I had to approach this battle is one of 2 ways, really. Do I go all out, try to beat Joey, ruin his win streak or whatever, and kind of show my cards for what could be a playoff match? Or do I kind of find some different ideas and kind of approach it a little bit differently? So I am kind of doing a little bit, I guess, in the middle of the 2. I'm definitely going to play to win this game. I want to win. It would be fun to win. Joey's a great battler. I never am going to go into a game not trying to win. I want to win. I got some really cool stuff. We're mixing it up. I'm definitely bringing some crazy stuff like offensive Gastrodon this week. I think I got some really cool sets though. But like I said, I'm not stressing either way. This game, it doesn't matter except for just a friendly battle between friends. I would like to win though, so we're going to try to win. No excuses. Let's go and see if we can beat Joey. He's a great battler. Obviously, he's undefeated, and I think if anyone could beat him, I definitely feel like I could be the person to beat him. So I'm gonna get connected. Let's make it happen. It's gonna be fun. I'm not stressing. Let's have a good time. Let's pick up a W. Let's end his win streak, and let's move to playoffs next week. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, we are connected here with Joey. Let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's going to bring. I put them on the layout. I honestly feel like he could bring something totally different. We did talk about it before this match, and he's like, yo, I feel like I got to kind of think about it too because of playoffs. So with him and I, like, we both feel like there's a good chance that we could play again in playoffs. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, do you reveal your hand? Yo, I nailed most of his team though. So I think he's going to try to beat me with Comfey. I have no doubts about that. He does not bring Pex, but he brings Breloom, which I feel fine about. I brought something good for that, so I've got Venusaur for that. So let me just double check here. Let me get Breloom on the layout. So he's got Breloom, Bronzong, Pylo, Galid, Goth, and Comfey. So I actually got most of it. He doesn't bring Pex. I'm very surprised to see that. He's got a Mach Punch on his Loom. All right, I'm gonna lead Gastro, I think, because Gastro's kind of like my lead to counter his Rockers. I could sub up on them and then kind of pressure them. He doesn't really have much of a Scald Switch in. Breloom could be kind of annoying. I gotta play that smart, but I'm gonna lead Gary. That's my play. I feel like Gary's actually a really cool lead because I am fast. I'm a fast Gastrodon, so I can sub up on a bunch of different things. If he leads like Goth, it's not a huge deal. I mean, I guess he just traps me, which kind of stinks, but you know, we'll see. I don't know if I'm faster than Goth. I don't think I'm faster than Gothitelle because Gothitelle's pretty fast. Let me see. Goth 65. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be faster than Gothitelle, but I'm gonna still just do what I'm doing here. Because why not? We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it, man. We got the offensive Gastrodon this week. Should be fun. But like I said, we both feel like there's a chance that we could play in playoffs again. So it's like, do you reveal your best hand? I think he's gonna try to win this game with Comfey, though. 100%. I feel like he's gonna try to Calm Mind sweep me with Comfey, and there's a good chance he can. I don't really have the best answers to Comfey, so because of that, it definitely makes this matchup a little tricky. So we'll have to do our best. But I think we could pull it out. So hopefully I get this lead matchup right. It would be really nice if I got a good lead matchup here. He might lead something to try to counter Kyurem because I lead Kyurem a lot. So he may try to counter Kyurem with like a Bronzong or a Pylo. But he's going to lead Loxodon. Is that the Pylo? That's actually perfect for me. So I get a sub. I get a pretty free sub here, and then I can Scald. So I'm going to sub first. I'm going to reveal my sub because I'm faster, and I don't want him to Toxic me. That's kind of like one of the big things about Gary. Hopefully he Toxics, but he probably just Stealth Rocks. He is going to Toxic, so that's perfect. So that was about as good of a first turn as I could have asked for. Speedy Gastrodon coming in, getting that nice sub off. He has nothing really on his team that likes to take Scalds, so we can just pretty freely fire off a Scald here. It's going to do a lot of damage to Piloswine. If I get snag a burn on the Breloom, that would be massive. But we're going to do, you know, anywhere from 30 to 60% depending on the spread here. That is pretty solid damage. It doesn't look like I'm going to burn him. I did get the burn. That's also solid. That actually might make it so he can't break my sub. He's going to get rocks up. And I've got this Piloswine burned and at about 50%. So that means we knock him out here with one more Scald, which is pretty massive for me. My play is Scald 100%. If I snag a burn on like a Breloom coming in or a Gallade coming in, that puts me in a great spot. So we're just going to Scald here. And the burn, a little bit of luck, but you know, it's all good. That was kind of one of our strategies to get potential burn or, you know, two-shot the Piloswine. I think we were right on the cusp of a two-shot there, which tells me that was pretty specially defensive. I think he was meant to kind of deal with my Manectric. I don't know if he brought 2 Stealth Rockers. I'm glad I don't have to deal with Volcarona. That's really important. I do think that Talonflame could put in a lot of work, especially once this thing's weakened, because I don't see Flare Blitz switching at this point in the match. So this should knock him out, and it does. So good start there. Gastro kills Pylo with Scald. So we got rid of the Piloswine right off the bat. And now, like I said, I don't really see a Flare Blitz switching. I think we can really utilize Talonflame once I get rid of those Stealth Rocks. So here comes Sap Rolling. That's going to be the Breloom. This thing almost certainly has Bullet Seed. I just feel like it makes a lot of sense for him to have Bullet Seed. So I think for me, I just go right into my Asparagus here. Or I go into Tank, but I think we have to go Asparagus here. It makes the most sense. Or I go into Night King, like super aggressively. Night King comes in. Takes a lot of damage though. Now, because he's going to have Mach Punch. We're going to go right into Asparagus here. Because I just feel like he's got to have Bullet Seed to break my Substitute. And Asparagus is a pretty good switch in here. So let's see what he's going to do, if he does have the Bullet Seed or not. He does so Bullet Seed. Okay. So the one downside to Substitute there is I knew that obviously there was a good chance that he was going to have something to kind of deal with me there. Now here's the thing. He can 1,000,000% go Gothitelle on me. And once if he goes Gothitelle, I'm kind of in some trouble because he can set up all over me. So he is Life Orb as well. It's good to know that he's Life Orb. So I like almost think it might be worth predicting the Gothitelle and going out into my Skarm, but I don't want to risk that. I need to play it safe. So I actually feel like I could Roar. I could Leech Seed. I mean, the Gothitelle is a huge problem here, and this is where Goth is really scary because it can come in against me and it can really put some pressure on. But I think I want to get rid of these hazards, so I think it's actually in my best interest to switch out into my Skarmory here and get a defog off. I don't anticipate this thing staying in, so let's go Skarmory, predicting the Gothitelle. Yeah, he's going to switch. Here comes Grove. That's going to be the Comfey. Okay, I'm not super concerned. This does give me an opportunity to defog here. I don't know what he was expecting. I could have Sludge Bombed. He might have thought that that was his opportunity to set up on me. I do have Whirlwind, so I can Whirlwind this Comfey out, but I need to get rid of these rocks right now, so we're going to defog, because my best way to win this game is with Talonflame. So he's going to actually just U-turn. I didn't even know Comfey got U-turn, if I'm being honest, but he's just going to U-turn out. That's going to allow me to defog. I'll get Weak Armor boost, which shows that I had Weak Armor. I didn't even know Comfey got U-turn, but that's actually good that I know that now, because maybe he isn't the Calm Mindset. Maybe he's more of a support set. Here comes Trostani. That's going to be the Goth. So here comes the Gothitelle. This thing is very scary because he can obviously do some really annoying things to me. I mean, he could go for like a trick and start setting up on me, and I might just lose if he does that. So my play here is, I mean, I obviously can't switch. So I just have to hope he's not Trick Scarf, and we're going to go for Whirlwind here. He does go for a Thunderbolt, which my only play was to Whirlwind, or he's just going to knock me out, yeah. I'm actually curious if that was Skarmory versus Goth, if he's like Specs into that, or if Thunderbolt was going to kill me all the time. I feel like he's definitely offensive, because I definitely feel like he was pretty offensive. I don't know if he's Specs, but I'm going to assume that he's pretty offensive. So, that's fine. Goth kills Skarm with T-Bolt. Okay, so now, let's see here. My KB, how much do I do to him if I go for a Shadow Claw? I mean, honestly, Shadow Claw looks really good right now against his team. I'm having a chance to one-shot him. If Zong comes in, it's not a big deal. Gallade doesn't want to take it. And realistically, like, Breloom doesn't even want to come in and take a Shadow Claw. I don't think. I mean, I could also Ice Beam, but I don't think that's the play. I think just Shadow Clawing is probably the play. Although Shadow Claw does like half to Breloom, so I think I just go into my Night King now and just try to soften something up. You know what I didn't do? I'm an idiot. When I'm such an idiot. When I picked my team, I didn't think about Zoroark in its disguise. I was so not paying attention. I just did Zoroark and like didn't even pick a disguise for him. It is what it is, man. I don't really care. I'm just gonna Shadow Claw as my best play, and it should hit everything pretty good. He is gonna switch it out. He probably goes either Breloom or Bronzong. Yeah, here comes the Breloom. Or the Comfey, actually. Okay, that's fine. I get a big Shadow Claw off here, and I know I could take one hit from him. That's very defensive. That's very defensive. Is it worth just trying to knock this thing out right now? Because Comfey to me is one of the biggest threats. It is one of the biggest threats. He's definitely defensive. That's it about what I expected. Iron Head does knock him out. I'm going for the Iron Head because I can take a Draining Kiss. I'm gonna Iron Head. I'm gonna Iron Head. I could take a Draining Kiss. And if he U-turns, that's fine. Getting rid of Comfey would be massive for me. It's one of the biggest threats in my opinion. I think Talonflame could put in some work. I can't believe I didn't disguise my Zoroark. I just realized how dumb that is. So dumb, dude. So dumb. Yeah, I think he just Draining Kisses here. I think he just Draining Kisses here. Tries to get a free switch in a Breloom, maybe. Does Gastro do anything for me in this match? Probably not. At this point, I think Gastro did his job. Once Comfey's gone, though, like... I definitely have some issues with the Breloom, though. Breloom is a problem. He's gonna go for Trick, so he's gonna Trick his Scarf, I think. Which is fine. I get rid of Comfey. Yeah, he's got Scarf. Okay, so KB kills Comfey with Iron Head. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Now I'm faster than Gallade, so I'm okay with this situation. Not a big deal to me. I'm faster than Gallade now, so I can Shadow Claw the Gallade. I can actually lock into Shadow Claw. Here comes a Johnny. That's gonna be what? That's the Gallade. Okay, I obviously have to play smart here because this thing could be Bulk Up. And if he's Bulk Up, that's problematic for me. I feel like he might be Bulk Up. Because, like, why else would you bring it in? I mean, I'm locked into Iron Head here. I feel like Shadow Claw KB kind of could win here. But I also don't want to just let him Bulk Up on me. How much am I doing to the Gallade if I Iron Head right now? If I just go for straight up Iron Head. I do like half. And he kills me with close combat. I don't think he's close combating. I just don't want to end up in a situation where he bulks up right now. Although I do have Asparagus and I can Roar. I don't see Shadow doing much. Do I want to go Gary here? What is my guess? This is like the most critical play. He obviously had a plan with his Gallade. I feel like the plan is he's going to bulk up. That would be my best guess right now. If he bulks up, I can't live a hit. But I'm going to go Gary because if he bulks up, I can U-turn out. I can pivot around. I think I can make it work. I'm going to go Gary here. I don't think Gary is as useful, and I can potentially snag a burn. I think he's going to bulk up, though. That's my prediction. I think he's going to bulk up. I don't think he attacks here. I think he goes for bulk up. Bulk up, Drain Punch. Maybe like T-Punch or Fire Punch. That's what I thought he was gonna do. Okay. So my play here is to Scald, and we gotta get a burn. I think is the best bet. Realistically, I just need to weaken this thing enough to allow myself to beat it with Talonflame. Because that's about it. Or get a crit with KYUREM-BLACK. I might just straight up lose this thing. I think he might just win. I need a burn, I think. I need a burn, I think. With Scald. Because, or I need him to close combat, get a defense drop. I might just lose to the bulk upset. Like, KYUREM-BLACK was so strong when it was not... he's gonna Drain Punch. He does show the DP. I think this is a 2-shot. Yeah, it's definitely a 2-shot. I need a Skull Burn if there ever was a chance to get a Skull Burn. It's right now. So, this is a good time to get one. I don't get it. So, that's a bit of a bummer. But I did get him weakened quite a bit, so that's a good thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, we got to Scald again. I'm just going to let him knock me out. Gallade kills Gastro with probably Drain Punch, I assume. Okay, so what am I doing to him with +1 Gallade? Actually, let me look at that. So I got him down to about like 65% with that. So I can maybe get some insight on what kind of Gallade he is. Yeah, that's about standard. He probably has a little bit of bulk investment. That's going to bring him up to about the 70 mark. So what is my KB doing to a +1 Gallade with Shadow Claw? About 50%. But then I give it all back to him, so we don't want to do that. Talonflame versus Gallade. It could be a speed tie, though. Brave Bird does a lot. I think I just Brave Bird, then. Yeah, I think we just Brave Bird. I think we just Brave Bird, because even at +1, I still KO with Brave Bird. Flare Blitz does not KO. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird here. It obviously could bring in the, it could bring in the Bronzong, but I think I could work around that. So yeah, I think I have to Brave Bird here. Unless he thinks he can live it, but I think Brave Bird's definitely my play. Because Bronzong comes in, it's like not the end of the world for me. I guess that would have been the one reason to keep Gastrodon around. So I could have made a better prediction and gone Talonflame on the Gallade instead, but it's okay. I mean, if I Flare Blitz here and get it right, like if I Flare Blitz and he goes on, then like we're in a tremendous spot. But I still think Shadow Claw is a good way to win this. He's gonna stay in, so I think this kills because we're banded. So this should easily kill the Gallade. This should kill the Gallade. Nice. Okay. Talonflame kills Gallade with Brave Bird. And now I just gotta play my Talonflame smart. That's about it. Although now I think he... Yeah, here comes Trostani. That's this guy. I can't switch, right? I'll try it. I'll try to switch. I don't think I can. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, so my play here is just a Brave Bird then. That's fine. I still think Shadow Claw is a really good win con here. I just have to like not let Breloom beat me with Mach Punch. It's gonna do a lot of damage to the Goth anyway. I'm banded, so it should do a lot. Yeah, I mean that almost knocked him out. He's gonna go for Hidden Power, I'm assuming Rock. Yeah, so he just knocks me out with HP Rock. Okay. That's fine. HP Rock. And we saw T-Ball earlier. He's sitting at like a pretty low amount of health. He's sitting at like 25% roughly. So Goth kills Talonflame with HP Rock. And now I just go KB, I think, and I just start clicking buttons. Or I go Shadow, which isn't disguised as anything, and I start clicking buttons. But I think I just go Kyurem because Kyurem can Shadow Claw everything, and like he doesn't really have a good switch into that. So I think I just go Kyurem and start Shadow Clawing. Because nothing switches in, even like Bronzong doesn't switch in. So I lose a little bit of power because I don't have my E-Belt anymore, but it should be good. So we're just gonna Shadow Claw. I don't think there's any better play. Shadow Claw is the play here. Yeah, so KB kills Gothitelle with Shadow Claw. And now I just gotta decide, alright, so the Goth is gone. So now he's gonna go probably Breloom. And does Breloom with Technician Mach Punch kill me? Because that's the big question. It does not. Life Orb Adamant, Mach Punch does not KO me, and Shadow Claw does not KO him back though. So I think I just save this thing and go Shadow here, or go Asparagus. So I don't really need Asparagus at this point. So I can easily switch into a Mach Punch. I don't even think he goes for Mach Punch, to be honest, but that's the one downside to KB being Scarfed right now. It's the one downside, but I think we can work around that Bronzong unless it's Trick Room Zong. Let's see what he's gonna do here. He goes for Spore. That's fine by me. Puts me in a decent situation. I think my play here is probably Sludge Bomb, because I'm surprised he did that. Okay, he probably thought I was gonna stay in. So he's got Spore. I think Sludge Bomb is my best play here, or Leech Seed. I'm not expecting that Bronzong to have anything for me. I mean, I could pull a double here as well and go Zoroark. I feel like that's a pretty safe play, is go Zoroark here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull a double, go Zoroark, expect him to switch out. Yeah, he switched. Okay, perfect. Now Zoroark gets to come in and fire off a nice attack here on the Bronzong. And get a nice Night Daze off here. Which is gonna do a lot of damage to this song. And put ourselves in a pretty good spot. So we're just gonna Night Daze. No reason to do anything else. He's gonna protect, so he wants to see what kind of set I have. That's fine. That tells me he's probably not Trick Room. How much am I doing to the Breloom? I think I just need damage on the Breloom at this point. So, let me see here. Zoroark against Breloom. I mean, Breloom does not want to... Even Night Daze does like half to him. I mean, I could predict it and go Sludge Bomb here. But I could just Night Daze. I'm gonna Night Daze. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think he switches. So I could have Sludge Bomb knocked out the Breloom, but I just feel like it was a pretty... Yeah, had I Sludge Bomb there, I think we just straight up win, but that's okay. This is gonna do like half to him, so... Do big damage here. Yeah, it does good damage. No accuracy drop, though. Okay, so my play here is just go into Asparagus again. He may predict that, but that's okay. I've gotten this thing down. Pretty weak. It's at about 40%. I've seen Bullet Seed and Spore. He probably has Mach Punch. Last move very well could be Rock Tomb. He could have Rock Tomb as his last move. So I think, yeah, my play is just switch here, I think, 100%. Because now I think he's in range for Shadow Claw. So, or at least darn close. He's Focus Punch, Breloom. Okay. I don't think this does that much, though. But that does a lot. That does a crazy amount of damage. Okay, but now I feel like he's in Shadow Claw range, though. So that's fine. So, I am going to, I'm just going to Sludge Bomb in case he decides to stay in. But we saw Focus Punch. Yeah, I think Sludge Bomb's the safest play. But I'm at the point now where I think I just Shadow Claw. I'm pretty sure Shadow Claw kills. Just based on the damage I've seen. Yeah, he's going to Mach Punch. I might actually live this. I don't. But he's going to take more damage. So we've seen his full set. It's Mach Punch. So Breloom kills Venusaur with Mach Punch. Let me just double check my calcs here on Kyurem. Kyurem is Adamant, Breloom, Adamant, Life Orb, Max Attack, Technician, Mach Punch. Does 73 to 86. I should be okay. So yeah, we just go Night King here. And we just click Shadow Claw. And I don't believe he has to crit me here to knock me out. So we're just going to Shadow Claw. I'm Choice Scarfed into it. He's going to probably Mach Punch. He's going to switch. Okay. Maybe he thinks he lives 2 Shadow Claws with Bronzong. He might live 2 Shadow Claws with Bronzong. I don't know. Ooh. Wait a minute. Does Zoroark switch in and live? Yeah, is he about to pull this back? That would be insane, actually. Does Bronzong... How does Bronzong do here? Bronzong does not KO me with Gyro Ball. Sucker Punch does like 50% to him. How about Breloom? How do I do against Breloom? Breloom, Sucker Punch, I'm doing like 20%. I think my play is actually to switch because if Bronzong KOs me here with Gyro, well, he doesn't KO me with Gyro. I think it comes down to me. I think I switch here. Do I switch here? Well, hold on. If I stay in his Shadow Claw, now if I go Shadow and he switches into Breloom, I think I lose. Do I? If I Shadow Claw here, he's gonna have to Mach Punch me, and then I Sucker Punch and hope that's enough. It's gonna be down to the wire. But if I switch into Zoroark here and he goes Breloom, I lose. So I'm gonna Shadow Claw. Yeah, we're just gonna Shadow Claw here. Yeah, that was the right play. Okay, had to think that one through. KV kills Breloom with Shadow Claw. Yeah, his only out there was to predict the Zoroark coming in. And then if he predicted the Zoroark coming in and he got it right, I lose. But my play there was to just Shadow Claw because he can't knock out Kyurem with Gyro Ball, and then I'm in a situation where I can he can't knock out Kyurem with Gyro Ball, so then I knock out either the Bronzong, and then he has to come in and he has to Mach Punch me. So he goes for Flash Cannon. I think we live this, though. I'm assuming we live this. He has to be pretty offensive. Yeah, he didn't have Gyro Ball anyway, so it didn't matter. So KB put in the work, dude, and we're actually going to end Joey's win streak here. He is not going to go undefeated this season. KV kills Bronzong with Shadow Claw. I don't necessarily think Joey went all in on this match. I think I don't know, man, it's tricky because I definitely feel like he wanted to win because he most certainly wanted to go undefeated, but at the same time, I know he has some tricks up his sleeve for playoffs, so I'm not taking anything for granted if we play again. I'm happy how we played, though. I think I played smart. I think I messed up and rushed this game. So this game was rushed in the first place, by the way. We were supposed to battle tomorrow morning, or no, we were supposed to battle tonight, then we were supposed to battle tomorrow morning, then we were supposed to battle tonight, and then we're like, let's just battle now and just do it. We were ready, let's go. But I'm pretty happy with how we just played. I think we played really well. Like I said, I'm not taking anything for granted, though. I know he's got things up his sleeve for the next time we play, if we play in playoffs. But sorry, Joey, had to end that undefeated streak, man. I'll put that one in my back pocket. We'll take a nice W there and finish off the season. A very solid. Let me look at our final record. I think that puts it a nice solid 10-3 this season. Yeah, 10-3 plus 25, which is very solid. I mean, that's a really solid season this season. I'm really proud of how we played, guys. I don't know. I think the question today was, you know, what was your favorite moment for the regular season? I think Joey and I are going to do a little interview here as well. So I'm going to get on a call with him and we'll do a little interview, and we do it for his channel, but he always does it for his channel. So I'm going to do it for our channel too. So I'm going to hop on the call with him real quick and we're going to talk about some of the sets. All right. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm going to hop and talk to Joey right now. Let me actually turn this off and let's have a nice chat with Joey.
All right, guys. So we are here with Dan. You can say what's up.
Yo, what's good, dude?
Yeah, that was a really good game. I just realized Dan had Sucker Punch on Zoroark, so even though it looked like a 50-50 there, it would have been another 50-50 in terms of if I Spored versus Mach Punch Zoroark too. Because I was definitely like, I probably should have counted. Why does this have extra EV? But that was really fun. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Kind of unexpected of the game, like a trade for trade type of thing. I was going towards. Oh, you can go.
I was just gonna say, I figured it was gonna be really fast paced and like it was gonna be just super aggro. That was the way this game was gonna go. Like, unless you decided to go try to do Pex, but I felt like that wasn't the best approach because the wall breakers I had really didn't give Pex the best options. You know. I'm
surprised you didn't respect the Gothitelle bring.
No, you know I did, and that's why you see the Whirlwind and the Roar. I figured that like, I knew Goth was a problem for me, but I knew I could always revenge kill it, or I felt like I could revenge kill it relatively well. So to me, it was, if Goth trapped something like Skarm or Venusaur, the two main things that it would trap, I felt like I could at least revenge it. So I had Roar and Whirlwind for that reason, and also for Comfey, because to me, I felt like Calm Mind Comfey was actually one of the biggest threats. So I figured, you know, Spadef Venusaur plus like Whirlwind on Skarm should be able to keep it at bay to allow Talonflame to, you know, put in the work there. So that was kind of my thought process.
No, it was a really fun team. Basically, my thought process was, okay, I can trick maybe Shed Shell Skarm or Venusaur, Shed Shell Venusaur if you brought them, and then go towards an endgame of Breloom. But like during the game, Sub Gastrodon was really cool.
You like that speedy Sub Gastrodon, dude? The whole season, man. The whole season I brought defensive Gastrodon every single week, and this week I was like, yo, you know what? I actually feel like a speedy Sub Gastro could be fire, because like the only way things like Bronzong, Pylo, and Tox do anything, or Pex do anything to it is like poisoning it. So yeah. I thought that could be kind of cool, and I knew if I got an early kind of prediction on that, it would be really good. But I knew that Breloom was gonna have Bullet Seed, so it worked early, and then obviously I had to be very mindful of kind of the situation there. So
I'm glad I didn't show Focus Punch initially on the Venusaur switch-in, because I think that would have changed how me eventually knocking it out with Breloom as well. Like,
yo, that did so much damage, dude. I like switch. I'm like, yo, I got this. Is no problem. And the fact that Focus Punch plus Mach Punch knocked me out, I was like, wow. Obviously, I didn't invest fully into my physical defense on the Venusaur. I went more special because I actually EV'd it to live. I think it was Life Orb, HP Fire at +1. I could live 2. After block sledge recovery, 97% of the time. So I went more special, but yeah, I thought your team was sick. I think the only thing for me was the Comfey set, but it makes sense to me that you were just trying to trap something.
Yeah,
trap something.
Because I mean, Calm Mind was also an option. as well.
Yeah.
But because in this game, I want to see if we can make it come down to Breloom. That's like I said, that was my whole game when me and Gypsy King were building. That was like the whole thought process we had. Okay, maybe we can go towards an end game of trapping stuff with Gothitelle and then Breloom putting in some work. But I mean, it's awesome, dude. You were able to end my undefeated season, so
Yeah, sorry, dude. I love you, buddy. I'm sorry.
no, I mean, I'm still taking home the belt. Like
it was bitter. I said in my video, like, it's so bittersweet. I'm like, I have two ways to approach this. I either go into it and try to beat him and end his undefeated streak, or I go into it and say this match doesn't matter because it's playoffs are right around the corner. And chances are, the way I'm looking at it, with no offense to any other competitors, if I'm gonna win the championship, which is the end goal, there's a good chance I'm gonna have to play you again. So I was like, I kind of fell right in the middle. I was like, I'm gonna build a team that I think is able to beat him, but I'm not gonna show all my cards. And I figured you do the same thing. I feel like there was a lot of mons that you could have brought that could have done work. Like, I know Kabutops, I feel like could have put in some work and things like that. So either way, good match. Like, I feel like everything I felt. I mean, the Bronzong was a little different than what I think I expected, but
if you didn't bring Zoroark, it killed everything.
Yeah, it would have been really hard for me to break because Talon couldn't have break it, and as you saw, KB couldn't two-shot it without the E-Belt. When I had the E-Belt, it could. So that was a big little bit of damage there, and it worked out too. Well, I decided to go E-Belt over Life Orb last minute because of the Mach Punch Breloom. So
because it puts you in range. It ends up putting yourself in range. That's good. That's smart.
Yeah.
I really liked it, dude. And it was cool. Like I said, I switched out because I figured, okay, if you don't have Sucker Punch on Zoroark, and I get the chip damage off on Kyurem, I win the game with Mach Punch in the end. But had you went Zoroark there, I would have still had to think of, okay, does he have Sucker Punch or not?
Yeah.
Like, and I would have had to click either Spore to avoid Sucker Punch or Mach Punch if I didn't think you had it. And at the moment, I was thinking, okay, maybe he didn't have Sucker Punch. So I'm pretty sure it still would have ended up being your game.
Yeah, it would have been close.
Unless something like clicked in my head, like, wait, Spore him here.
It would have been close. It would have been close because, like, on my end, with Kyurem versus Bronzong, I figured, okay, I have to hit the Bronzong twice with Shadow Claw to knock it out at this point. And if he has Gyro, I live the Gyro, so that's fine. And I'm like, all right, if Breloom takes another, if I knock out the Bronzong, then Breloom comes in, Mox punches me, and then I think he's in range for Sucker Punch. If I go Zoroark and he goes Breloom, I think I lose the game. So. Because then you get to freely Mach Punch, and I didn't think there was a way for me to come back unless I crit. I would have had to crit Shadow Claw on the Bronzong, I think. Would have been the only other out.
I think Sucker Punch KO'd me guaranteed, though.
I think I was Black Glasses, so I was doing like 22 to 26 or something like that, and you would have taken another hit of Life Orb, I think, so you would have been close.
I think you would have 35 HP. Like,
I think it would have been really close.
It basically... it would have had to come down to me potentially saying, okay, does he have Sucker Punch or not, and deciding, do I Mach Punch here or do I Spore to outplay it? Because, Sucker Punch with Black Glasses was knocked me out at that point. It knocked me out guaranteed.
Yeah, dude, that would have been wild. So either way, that was a good game.
Yeah, it was. It was really fun. I even said, I was like, the only Talonflame that can knock me out here is Bandit. Otherwise, I'll live the hit from Talonflame coming in. And
with that Gallade? I knew 1,000,000% you were bulk up, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, what did I have in? I had Kyurem. I had Kyurem in, and I'm like, all right, my play here is, do I just go for the Iron Head flinch right now? He's going to bulk up. I'm like, what do I do? And I think in hindsight, my play was actually...
well, if you Iron Headed, it would have been better for me, because I have Inner Focus, so I can't be flinched. And then I would have gained enough recovery. I basically
post Mega though? Oh, is that Gallade's ability? It's the
dude,
I would honestly, I would have never got that. So then actually I did make the right play there. I think Talonflame might have been a better switch in there because I knew the bulk up was coming. Like, I felt so confident that you were gonna bulk up there. But I was trying to I was like thinking to myself, I could win this game with Shadow Claw Kyurem now that I'm scarfed. I just have to find my pieces and like chip the Gallade. And then I realized, like, oh, Talon just revenges this, like, Bandit Talon. And I took the gamble, dude. I went Adamant max speed, which would have sped time max speed Gallade.
Sped time. I'm surprised.
I took the gamble. I was like, I need that damage output because it mattered on so many things. Like, depending on your spreads, it turned a couple things into 2-hit KOs or after chip from different things. I was like, this game, like I said, to me, it didn't matter. This game didn't matter in standings at all. So I was like, I'm just going Adamant ban, and if I speed tie, I speed tie. And one of my practice matches, I lost the speed tie, and it cost me the game. So I switched it back to Jolly, and then right before the game, I was like, nah, I'm gonna run Adamant. Like, let's just go. Like, it's all good.
hey, it was still fire. I like how you brought the This import you gave me is not right. I'm like fixing it as I'm going through it.
Oh, my import is wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What's wrong?
It has like sturdy Skarmory, no item on Talonflame.
Oh,
no
yeah, because
item on
I didn't, yeah. So it was Banded Talon. It was, obviously leftovers, weak armor, Skarm, no Roost, though. The plan was to use Skarm switching on a close combat from Gallade, and then get the weak armor boost, and then I can threaten you out with, you know, either Brave Bird or just Defog if I had to, because I needed to keep Talonflame healthy. So, I figured, like, Skarmory I knew in this match, like, was not for longevity at all. It was basically just so I could take one hit from the Gallade and then get the rocks off.
Either.
Yeah, that's what I said. I took Roost off. I didn't have Roost because I wanted to ensure I didn't lose to Calm Mind, Goth, or Comfey, so Whirlwind to me was more important. And then, like I said, Skarm's only job this match, basically, was to stop one of those from sweeping me with Calm Mind, and then also ensure that I could get either off a Defog, or a big hit on the Gallade, or potentially get my rocks up myself if you had Volcarona. So
yeah,
it could accomplish all those. I didn't care about Roost because clicking it lost me too much momentum anyway.
This is a really solid team though. I really liked it. I love that sub Gastron a lot. So that was super cool.
Yo, sub Gastro, man, I love it. What was your? Hold on, let me look at your spread on the Pylo. Was that a roll on the 2-hit? If I didn't get the burn,
if you didn't get the burn, you didn't 2-hit me. I'm pretty sure.
Because
the burn brought me right under half.
Yeah, it would have been close.
But I mean that's fair. Like I should have clicked rocks anyway. I don't know why I took a greedy toxic there. Because in hindsight, like I was gonna go Breloom to revenge kill you regardless. So it was definitely greedy on me. I'm surprised, by the way, you hard doubled from Venusaur into Zoroark. Since it like you could do it safely.
Oh, what was in front of me? That was the Bronzong?
You had a Loom. You had Loom in front of you.
Oh, Breloom in front of you. Oh, to me, on that, I was worried you were going to go Goth and trap me.
No, I was dead at that point. Goth was dead.
Oh, then I just made a big boy play. I don't know.
Yeah,
I felt like you needed Loom. I felt like your win con in this game at that point, I guess, was Breloom. So I felt like Breloom wasn't doing much to Venusaur. Sludge Bomb was going to one-shot you or come close. Yeah. And yeah, I was sub Venusaur until last minute I put Roar on because, like I said, I was so worried about Calm Mind Comfey. Sub Venusaur would have helped so much in this match.
Wait, it was Roar Venusaur?
Yeah, I was Roar.
What did you get rid of?
Oh.
Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and Synthesis.
Oh, I had Roar over Synthesis.
Ooh,
sorry, I didn't I don't update the calc, like, my bad.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, so I'll have my team builder, obviously, but yeah, so I was Roar, no Synthesis. But I was originally sub. But I think that probably would have actually helped if I had sub, because it would have removed the prediction there. Yeah. But yeah, either way, man, it was a good game. Sorry to end your streak, but it's playoff time, baby. Now we get really focused up, right?
I mean, I'm gonna win the whole WBE, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah,
I'm just saying the belt has gotten really comfortable in my house. I don't know if it wants to go anywhere, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, I mean, I tried it on when I went to your house, and it felt really comfortable with me, if we're being real. But yeah, guys, check out Dan. His channel link will be down below. Obviously, we have the cage lock going on, and a lot of stuff hopefully coming in the future. We'll see. But yeah, there's it. That's my undefeated season. I ended 12-1, still #1 in standings, plus 42 differential. No,
that's pretty fire.
You know what? Part of me was like, if I 6-0 Dan, I get plus 50 differential.
Hey.
I definitely didn't have the team 6-0, even if like anything like that. But yeah, go ahead and check out Dan. The channel link will be down below. And thank you so much for being on the channel, bro.
Hey, man. Have a good one. Thanks, guys. Yeah. And we'll see you guys in the cage lock.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.